Has anything changed on MSC Virtuosa post refit November 2025, ready for 2026 and beyond? We've been on board post refit, but we've done you a full ship tour, including water park, restaurants, buffet, bars, even kids club. So come and join us as we tour. We start deck 4. Deck 4 is just the medical centre, so we're going to head to deck 5, which includes MDR, the atrium. Blue Danube is the first of the MDRs. We'll discover the others on deck 6 in a moment. We'll be showing you as we tour around some of the food we had, as we were also on board in August 2025, recently in November 2025. As we head away from the aft of the ship, we're heading into the atrium. This is the Infinity Atrium, which connects to the Galleria. The atrium is on 3 decks. As we talk, I will let you know of anything new on board, but see if you can spot how it is looking after its refit and let us know in the comments below what you think. In the atrium on this deck includes the Infinity Bar, the Panoramic Lift, the 24-hour reception, Future Cruise and your excursion desk. Virtuosa debuted in 2021. It has a capacity up to 6,334. You'll hit that number in the school holidays. 18 decks, 2,421 cabins. It is out of Port de France in the Caribbean in winter 25-26, back in Southampton for its final summer season, back to the Caribbean and then in the Med in summer 2027. We're now at the front part of Virtuosa. Deck 5 and 6, but entrance only on deck 6, is your theatre. Theatre has had some new and improved screens on the stage. Daytime, you do have activities in here, including the Guinness World Record show, which is really great fun. And of an evening, you do have singers, comedians, also the in-house theatre company, who were fantastic in summer 2025 with their new shows, including Dirty Dancing, Michael Jackson and ABBA. All the shows not to be missed. We were very impressed. Things have definitely improved theatre-wise on MSC. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this content, give it a like, and if you enjoyed cruise content, hit the subscribe button. Deck 6, Beethoven, includes the Galleria, Atrium and the MDRs. These screens really useful. Get yourself booked into some of the shows. Information on the whole of the ship, very interactive. This Galleria is dominated by this one massive screen. This screen is the LED digital dome. You have nightly shows here on the screens. Also useful information like how to get to your assembly station on embarkation day. And you also have pop-ups in the Galleria. Galleria is definitely the place to be of an evening. Plenty of shopping opportunities throughout the Galleria. And this is your Virtuosa bar and lounge. This place is always packed, whether it's 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. has live music of an evening. And it looks like new carpets and refreshed furniture here. Next door to that is your Jean-Philippe Chocolate Cafe. Plenty of chocolates to be purchased here. Open chocolate kitchen, even design your own bar. Coffees and teas of an extra charge. This is Olla, all you can eat. Fantastic Mexican food. They say Mexican street food. We've been here many a time on all of the MSC ships that we have been on board and really like it here. They have some great cocktails, some fantastic puddings. Get booked in to Olla for an extra pay. Another excursion desk, and opposite that, get your extra pay Jean-Philippe crepes. Made to order. Nutella, banana, apple sensation. They've also got Gelato sorbet ice cream here for an extra cost. Plenty of shopping opportunities in the Galleria here. Watches, electronics, sweets, chocolates, fancy handbags. These shops are only open when they're at sea. La Atelier, bar and art. Think elegant bar, fancy artwork. I thought the artwork had changed in the refit, but apparently not, I was informed. Mixology, art, what more could you want? A nice chilled out bar here. Of an evening, you might get some jazz, some live music. Pretty cool bar to be hanging out in. Menu is on the QR codes. Behind L'Atelier is Indocine. Indocine is your 66-seat fusion Vietnamese and French cuisine restaurant. We dined here in the summer and enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it was the best speciality on board, but it had some tasty flavours, including those lamb chops, which were pretty tasty, and puddings, well, they were just okay. MSC Foundation is next door. Find out about where your good money is spent. And we head back into the Infinity Atrium to the Starship Club. And good news, Rob, the bartender, has been reemployed for another 5 years and he's looking good. He will make up your cocktails. They're not cheap though, and they're not on the drinks package. They can cost up to around €15, but good to see Rob back. Other highlights on this deck of the atrium include the photo gallery. Check out those photos that you had the night before, and also the MSC shop for some MSC goodies. Continuing to the aft. The aft on deck 6 is dominated by the MDRs. The MDRs include the opera, the symphony. Finally, at the aft, the minuetto, which is the largest of the MDRs. You will have on your cruise card when you arrive the time and the restaurant that you'll be dining in. Head down to deck 6 MDRs on the first day if you would like to have this table changed or the time changed. See if they can change it for you. There'll always be a restaurant open for breakfast. On sea days, you've got brunch. There'll be a restaurant open for lunch and all open for dinner of an evening. Time to move above the MDR. Carousel Lounge, the casino, the upper part of the Galleria are some of the highlights on deck 7 as we go from aft to forward. Carousel Lounge is an extra pay lounge of an evening. 2 shows, including the brand new Chronicles, which is amazing. We really enjoyed this in summer 2025. Definitely worth the extra price, up to €15 on board, but you can combine it with some of the speciality restaurants. Check out the deals before you get on board. Over daytime, they'll also have quizzes in here and other events, or you just want to chill out and take in the sea views at the aft. Reminder as well, with the shows in the evening, you do get a cocktail, which was just okay, I would say. Running to lose some money, the casino. In the refit, it looked a lot sharper. New carpets, looking pretty good here in the casino. A reminder, it is a smoking casino, so if you're not a fan of smoke, then maybe this is not the place for you, but maybe you want to have a bit of a gamble. There's machines and tables available. You can pay with cash or you can pay with your cruise card. The champagne bar dominates deck 6 atrium. A small outside area just behind the champagne bar here. It is dominated by the lifeboat, so not many great views, but if you want some fresh air, head out. El Campo is your Aurora guest anytime dining restaurant. So if you are an Aurora guest, this is where you'll dine of an evening. As we move forward, check out the fantastic LED screen views and all the way down the Galleria. As we are moving forward, we head into the TV Studio Bar. Here is a place where of a daytime you might find quizzes or you just want to chill out and read. Of an evening, it's family karaoke and also adult karaoke. On our cruise, I think it was every night. New carpets and some new screens as well after refit. Time to relax at the forward end of Deck 7. It is your spa. Also included in the spa is your hairdressers, your barbers, your nail technicians. If you'd like to go into the thermal part, if you are gold or platinum plus, you do get an hour included in your cruise. So we were on a one-night cruise, so fantastic. We had an hour here in the thermal spa. Also, you can go every day if you are an Aurora guest or in the yacht club, but you still need to book your times in. So you can go when you want, but you just need to book your hour slots. And of course, there's massages and other services in the spa, all bookable. Head down on embarkation day and you get a tour and all the information you require. We're heading out of the spa and we're heading towards the British pub, Masters of the Seas. It is ales, beers, live music of an evening. They also have some bar food, which was pretty tasty. A really tasty burger, but is of course at an extra cost here. The sushi bar, and behind the sushi bar is your Kato teppanyaki. The sushi bar does have some set menus, or you can just purchase each item from the menu. The teppanyaki does have set menus, including the kids menu, the vegetarian menu, and also an upgrade menu, which is slightly extra than your prepaid speciality. And of course, the chefs will pop on a show for you. One of our favourites is Butcher's Cut. It's your steakhouse on board. One of the highlights here has got to be the breads. The hot cheese scones are amazing. Obviously, think steaks, surf and turf. You've also got lamb, some amazing puddings. You have a set menu, and there's also items that are of an extra cost, but the waiters will explain it all. And yes, one of a 4B's favourite, it is Butcher's Cut. We've toured the upper part of the Galleria and we arrived back in the atrium, and this is the future cruise desk. We'll shortly be heading up to the upper decks. Just a quick mention, as we were touring the ship, we did notice lots of reupholstered furniture, some new colours and some new carpets, but we were amazed at some of the carpets weren't replaced. They just looked old, tatty and worn in some of the places. So what do you think of that? Please do let us know. Was it a little bit of a half job? It was in refit for 3 weeks, so I'm pretty amazed that some of the carpets I think should have been replaced are still there. Decks 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 are cabins. We've stayed in an aft balcony. We'll have that on the channel soon. We've also stayed our most recent trip in interior. Not much change to the cabins. I was informed if the cabins needed improvement, they were, but there was no things like extra USBs or extra plugs. As we head to deck 15, on decks 15, 16, 18, 19, it is the Yacht Club. Exclusively for Yacht Club guests only. Top Sail Lounge, MSC Yacht Club Restaurant, MSC Club Grill and Bar, Sundeck Pool and Whirlpool. No real changes here in the Yacht Club, I was informed. Just obviously new carpets, etc. Smartening it all up. Right, let's go and discover the rest of these upper decks. We're first of all on deck 15, and deck 15 and 16 is your inside tropical pool. Solarium, tropical bar, comfy seating, lounges upstairs. We've also got 3 hot tubs, ping pong balls, fuse ball, and organised games. So let's take a look at the inside area of the tropical pool. Let's head out of the inside tropical pool. Deck 15, we've arrived at the outside Atmosphere North bar. Popular bar when we were on board, especially in the warm weather. This side is your smoking area. All the way along this side you can vape and you can also smoke, but obviously in the opposite side there is no smoking. There is also an area on deck 16 at the aft, which we'll show shortly, which is for smokers and vapors. This is the tropical pool. This place very busy in the daytime on a sunny sea day or when in port. Also of an evening you do have shows here. You might have the white party in warmer climates. This is your screen. This will show football and other information throughout the day. It has had, I don't know whether it was a new screen or it's just been fixed, because in our trip in the summer it was a little bit faulty and had patches on it, but it looks perfectly good and like it's ready for another 5 years. And as we go across to the other side, this is of course your non-smoking area. Large area, but as mentioned, on a lovely sunny day it can get very, very busy. We'll head up towards deck 16. At the front part there is this small area on deck 17 where you can have a sunbathe and a sunbathe normally in peace. Very quiet area here. The Atmosphere South bar, this is also where you get your ice cream. If kids have drinks package, the ice cream is included, otherwise you have to pay for it. This area here is your fast food. Pick up your burgers, your hot dogs, your chips of a day, and also morning they do have things like pastries. Panoramic Lift heads down all the way down to deck 5, and you do not know what's going to be passing when you're in one of these lifts. When I jumped in, Queen Mary 2 passing and offered fantastic views. Welcome to the Horizon Buffet on board. As you first arrive, you do have this section for family and kids, although I saw many an adult with no kids jumping in here for some of the kids' food. This area can be rather noisy, especially when the kids club arrive for their lunch or dinner. In here it looked like there was some new flooring, there also some of the furniture and artwork seemed to be reupholstered. Plenty of sections for your juice in the morning and your teas and coffee, a large selection of teas. Obviously this will change depending on which region they're in. And of course, as it's an MSC buffet, there is pizza available. Food stations are repeated on either side, or either side may be closed if it is a quieter time of day. Open breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea, which is really good, some good scones there. Kids dinner, and then late night snacks. Mozzarella station, there is a bar, the Marketplace bar. I found this to be well stocked and pretty quick actually in serving you. You can also have waiter service, but we found it was more easy just to pop up here and get your drinks. The first part of the buffet is really busy, really busy, and I think busy most of the day. So our tip is head towards the aft, a lot quieter in the back there, and you can also head outside for those aft views. Now heading to the aft deck 16, 18 is your Horizon Amphitheatre and also your Horizon Pool for those stunning views out to the aft. Heading inside on deck 16, you do have your sports bar that doesn't show sport. Arcade games, all you need to do is tap your card and then you can play away. Obviously you will be charged. Best way of doing that is buying a fun pass before. We got a fun pass for 70 and we got 140 credits. So you do get double your credit if you buy it beforehand, and that will work in the cinema. Also for your F1 and all your arcade games. Sports Court is right next door to the Sportsplex, and the rest down the corridor is your arcade games. A well-equipped gym and also a free weight section. Pretty modern in here, pretty smart if you'd like a workout with some views across the Horizon Pool. If you'd like to continue your fitness, deck 16 is also where you'll find your running and walking track. Above the gym is where you'll find the Sky Bar. The Sky Bar is, most importantly, adults only. So if you like some quiet time, always adults only in here, offering spectacular views on the sailorways. Heading back aft is your Kids Club. If you'd like to take a tour of the Kids Club or more information, head up to here on embarkation day. Kids can sign themselves in and out, which is slightly different to other cruise lines. The ages are 0 to 3 is your baby area. You've got your mini club 3 to 6, junior is 7 to 11, the young is 12 to 14, teens 15 to 17, and they have their area just outside. I was informed there was some new artwork in here, some new areas. As we're heading out back aft, this area gets very busy of an evening with all teens, especially in the school holidays. Horizon Bar and hot tubs are on deck 18, back at the aft. once again, this can get very, very busy on a lovely sunny day. Finally, we're going to head up to deck 19. There is a small area for Aurora guests on deck 19, and at the aft, this is the Himalayan Bridge, which is your high ropes. Head up on day 1 to sign the waiver. You cannot head on the high ropes or the flumes if you haven't signed your waiver. There is also height and age restrictions. Just head to the desk and the helpful crew will let you know what age you need to be or height to head on these boats. What do you think of the improvements to Virtuosa in November 2025? How is it looking? What do you think? Please do let us know and tap on the screen right now for another amazing 4Bs video.